I didn't say he has to do any accusing, nor we would do that, but I'm saying is, let's worry. If you watch what happened to Devin, Devin just came out and said the damage is done after the fight. You can never go and repair that. So let's be cautious, let's be prepared, and at the very least, join 365 VADA, 365 drug testing like Devin is doing.
Even Canelo did not hold back and gave a clear warning to Crawford. It was clear to him that what he did to Saunders could happen again. This was not just talk. Canelo's thought is fixed. The way he mentioned that fight says he's bringing that same intensity into this one. When Canelo battles with emotion and memories, he meets a different type of danger. He's not only coming to box, he's about to break down. Crawford may be facing the most fired-up Canelo we've seen. In years, he did not simply make big statements, he's working behind the scenes.
Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders, oh.
He pissed me off.
Over.
He pissed me off,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be almost the same.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, very
Yeah?
bad.
Oh, wow, okay.
This isn't just a technique, it's a psychological and bodily struggle. Canelo dismantles his opponents piece by piece, not just with head hits, but also by hitting the body in long-lasting ways. Fighters walk in thinking it's just another fighting battle, but they can't lift their arms. That kind of punishment wears on you quickly, especially in the later games. If Crawford isn't prepared for this amount of pressure, it will be a survival test rather than a competence test. This is what separates Canelo from nearly everyone in the sport. It's not just how hard he hits, it's how driven he is to harm. You can land, clean, or heavy, yet he continues to move forward as if nothing has changed him. When a fighter's will is backed by such resistance, it becomes a nightmare to deal with. And for someone like Crawford, such unwavering durability could be the most difficult problem to fix.
Canelo has such unique skills, and one of the weird things that he does that very few people since Rocky Marciano does is he punches your arms.
Yes.
He brutalizes your arms.
It's not simply about strength, because it is about control, balance, and mental focus. This type of training builds reflexes that most fighters do not consider. It explains why Canelo moves the way he does and fights with patience and accuracy. Every hour spent outside the ring directly affects how dangerous he is inside it.
Another brilliant guy. He has the greatest punch resistance in the sport. You know, we talked about it earlier. One knockout in the whole career.
Knockdown.
And it wasn't a knockdown. And it wasn't really a knockdown in my personal view. So, because he didn't touch the canvas. He's never been on the canvas. And we call it chin. And I think that we kind of missed the point by calling it chin.
This is not simple conditioning. Every detail is the result of a lifetime of discipline. Canelo's ability to command his footwork, stay planted under duress, and remain calm in the middle of pandemonium. Everything is linked. Learning to tame a big animal at a young age gave him a mental edge that fighters cannot replicate in a camp. It's why his poise never wavers even. As the pace quickens or the crowd gets louder, that type of serenity may be his most dangerous weapon going into the fight against Crawford.
Watch him train at the equestrian center, where he would go to the equestrian center in the morning and do 2.5 hours of hunter-jumper riding before going to his gym in the afternoon to do 3.5 hours of boxing training.
Crawford's statements show more than simply confidence. They are calculated. He studied Canelo, recognized the patterns, and knows exactly where the flaws are. This is not a fighter looking for a paycheck. He is a man with a plan and something to prove. He isn't looking for respect. He's going to get it. And if Canelo expects this to be another walkover, he could be in for a hard night. Crawford's explanation shows that he is not simply talking. He believes every word. There's a storm coming, and both men understand that only one can escape unscathed.
Because he was riding horses since he was a little kid. He was skilled enough to do it. You controlled the height of the jumps. You say set the jumps at 36 inches or 40 inches. You know what the horse can do. It's all about staying on the horse.
So when he says it's extremely risky, it hits home. This is more than just a test of skill. It is a test of willpower, pride, and heritage. Crawford is jumping divisions and diving directly into the lion's den. Instead of making grandiose pronouncements, he allows his actions to speak for themselves. When real boxers admire a move like this, the world should take notice. Because moments like these distinguish the good from the great, the type that live on in history.
Canelo got a great resume. You know, I'm not going to take it away from him. He's fought a lot of great champions. But, you know, at the age that he fought him in, you know, nah, You know, they was already on a decline, some of them, you know, and when he didn't, you know, you see what happened. You know, he fought Laura, you know, and I thought Laura beat him. You know, he fought, you know, Mayweather. You see what happened. He fought Bivol when he went up and tried to be great like I'm doing. And, you know, he came up short. You know, when he fought my boy from Texas, you know, they gave him problems. But, you know, it is what it is. I got the style. I got the skills. I got the heart. And I'm not going to sit around and, you know, play no games with Canelo, you know, because he's not going to play no games with me. And it's going to be a good fight. And I'm excited.
Timing is everything in fighting. And if there was ever a time when Canelo's armor could be just slightly cracked, it's now. There are fewer combinations and signs of wear, but the danger remains very much alive. That's what makes this fight so exciting. It is not a walkover, rather it is a calculated risk. Crawford isn't entering foolishly. He comes in bright, focused, and hungry. Crawford does not need to beat Canelo. He simply needs to outthink him, and with the right strategy, history may simply repeat itself under a new name.
It's a dangerous fight. It's a super dangerous fight. Yeah. And like I said, my answer to that was my skin color, because I'm always riding for my people. I know. I'm riding for my people through thick in and thick out. But realistically, super fucking tough. It's a super fucking tough fight. But I like that the best fighter that I think kind of in my generation is daring to be great. Yeah. You know, against the greatest there is to be great against. You know what I'm saying? Moving up, skipping a weight class, going into another weight class to fight the very best. My man, kudos to him. I love it. That's what being a fighter is about. Yeah. Taking those kind of chances. So, yeah.
Robert Garcia offers a seasoned outlook, distinguishing hype from reality. He adds that Canelo is not the same fighter he was in his early 20s. He is smarter, bigger, and more calculated. And while Crawford adds speed and precision, Robert does not put him together with Floyd. This is not about reproducing old plans. It includes writing a new one in real time. The collision of styles has the ability to make this a one encounter.
But facts is facts. He got his hands full. But when it comes down to timing, I think the time is right. If you was gonna do it, now is the time to do it, because Canelo is slowing down. He doesn't throw as many combinations as he used to. He's definitely still durable. So I don't think Canelo is Crawford is going in there trying to stop Canelo, because that would be idiotic.
He watched too many people using Mayweather's name casually. To him, that amount of grandeur is not something to be taken lightly. Lonnie identified Crawford as a skilled and determined dog, but Floyd was special. He had that sizzle, that it factor that set him apart even amid legends.
I think it's totally different. I think, Canelo was only 23. He was very young. I think this fight's gonna be great. I do see Crawford maybe pulling it off, because he's got good footwork, good speed. But I don't think that they're close. I don't similarize those two fights, Canelo and Floyd. I think they're just different styles. I mean, Floyd and
Vargas references Tom and Jerry not to mock, but to illustrate the upcoming chase. He thinks Crawford will play the smart, elusive fighter, probing and moving, to make Canelo struggle for every inch. Vargas respects both warriors, but he isn't hesitant to say where his devotion lies. There is admiration for talent, as well as a feeling of old-school pride in raw Mexican force.
I think if Canelo said that, Canelo's punch drunk. To say that Crawford, I don't care what version of Crawford we get, he's not better than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd is special in his own right. I don't think he's the greatest, but I definitely think he's top 5, top 6. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was special, man. Floyd had that it factor. Crawford is good too, but in my personal opinion, Crawford just don't have that sizzle. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been matched right in his career. But Crawford is a dog. He know how to get the job done. But I would never say he's better than Floyd Mayweather. Absolutely not.
This is not normal trash talk. This is a warning clothed in knowledge. Lonnie highlights a time in Crawford's career that many people forget, a fight in which sustained pressure challenged him seriously. He sees the same danger doubled when faced with someone like Canelo, who punches with purpose and slices the ring with intelligence. Lonnie thinks it's more than just Crawford's talent. It's about whether his instincts will fail him when the heat is on. This is not showy talk. This is real boxing knowledge. Lonnie focused on the unseen war body shots, weight, tiredness, and wear and tear over time. It is the silent part of the battle, measured in inches lost rather than knockouts. And for someone jumping to weight classes, every pound counts. As fans discuss who is faster or sharper, Lonnie's admonition serves as a reminder. In the later rounds, the grind not the flash will break you.
I just think, in my opinion, we're gonna see a Tom and Jerry, brother. That's all. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. We're gonna see a Tom and Jerry like that. What? You know, Crawford's a little guy, man. My respect. Crawford's a hell of a fighter. Hell of a fighter. Amazing. He can fight in any generation in his respective weight class. For a reason. But you think he's gonna stay in band with Canelo? I don't think so. He's gonna try to win the fight, bro. I'm gonna do it.
What does Tom and Jerry mean, Fernando?
Tom and Jerry is that you're gonna be where you're gonna be running, you know, when what you should is not running, it's boxing. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you know, I love both of those fighters. I think Canelo's a hell of a fighter, and so is Crawford, and so you know. But you know, of course, you gotta go with Rouse. You gotta have your, you know, your favorite. Canelo's a hell of a fighter.
Lonnie focuses on size and durability, which are usually ignored when hyping up. A slick fighter like Crawford, he highlights Canelo's experiences with naturally larger people who can accept and deal punishment. And when you compare that to Crawford's frame at 168, the issue is real. As the fight progresses, the weight disparities become more obvious. It's not about speed anymore. It's about surviving the bigger man's war.
So here's the thing, right? I think Crawford is good, but if you look at his fight with what's his name? Matronov? Yeah. I'm sorry, Matronov at 154. Like, he gave him trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gave him trouble. I think he's going up 2 different weight classes. I think Crawford's an excellent boxer, but I think his heart is too big sometimes. I think if he get in a slugging match with Canelo, it's going to go bad for him. But I can see him, this is how I think the fight going to go, and I could be wrong. I can see him outboxing Canelo for about 5-6 rounds.
Mikey's words introduce a fresh dimension to the discourse, one that tells fans that even titans may be outboxed. As the fight approaches, the real question arises, can skill actually defeat brawn when the pressure is on? While many focus on height and power, others keep returning to what truly wins fights: preparation and basic ring knowledge. Mikey thinks Crawford's discipline and combat IQ could swing the scales in a fight where one strike can alter everything. Mikey bets on the person who knows how to dodge that punch totally. It serves as a reminder that while brute might may start a fight, bright minds frequently end it.
Excited about this fight. Canelo obviously is self-explanatory. There's really no need to go down the rabbit hole when it comes to him. But I do see this being as a 50-50 fight. But if I was a betting man, I would bet on Crawford. But also, too, you can't count Canelo out. I mean, would go in, I'm assuming, as the favorite.
Jacobs isn't afraid to describe it as a nail-biting battle. On one side, there's Canelo, a proven force known for his power, accuracy, and presence. Crawford, on the other hand, is sharp, calculated, and driven by a desire to achieve. Finally, this fight is about more than just titles and custom. It's about pride, power, and showing who truly controls the game. Both Canelo and Crawford have earned their places at the top. However, only one may walk away with the win.